We're here at the NRA National Firearms Museum here at NRA headquarters in Fairfax, Virginia. Back with my good friend, Senior Curator Phil Schreier of said museum. Phil, well, we're shooting these interviews here to run on Sportsman Channel in February. So I guess if you can say beware the Ides of March, we should also say beware the fakes of February.
The fakes of February, that's right, John.
As usual, Phil, you always bring something, everything fun to the table. I love. We're going to talk in this next series about fake firearms, which I find fascinating are the fakes. So tell us about the first fake here.
Well, the first fake, this will, when it airs in February, we'll actually probably end up running to the Ides of March with these. This, to most casual viewers, is a Colt Paterson of what they call the Texas model, the Texas belt model, which has a very long barrel on it.
Right.
Generally, out of the Paterson revolvers that are out there, the first gun manufactured by Colt, the very first, Colt, long line of Colts. The Paterson's highly desired and sought after, and the Texas belt model, obviously so, because it was, very special to, Texas history and Texas Rangers. That makes this one very valuable gun,
right,
if it were real.
Potentially valuable, but...
That's right. But, I don't know if the camera can get this, but this is what has what they call a stretched barrel. Oh. Right here is a fine line that's barely perceptible.
Yes.
Where a barrel was stretched and re-welded to this. You can see the line, but if you were to take the barrel off and look down at like the opening sequence of a James Bond movie, you know how that rifling spins.
Right.
You would see like one type of rifling at the beginning, and then it literally switches to a different type of rifling later on, on the new part of the barrel.
And I can see that from here, and I guess upon inspection, you would see that, but if you're to the untrained eye, you may get away with paying a lot of money for a fake. And I guess that's the reason why something like this, you tell me, it would be manufactured?
Yeah, this was intent to deceive.
Yeah.
In fact, this was made long before, Italian reproductions came about, and the intent on this was to deceive. The sad thing is that I think there are probably some original Paterson parts in this.
Wow.
And it was kind of ruined by trying to make the barrel longer.
Wow, that's interesting. So how does the Firearms Museum come across something like this? I mean, you didn't pick this up at an auction, I imagine.
No.
Because this would never get past Phil Schreier's trained eye.
A famous gun dealer from Dallas named Red Jackson, very famous gun dealer at Jackson Armory down in Dallas. He pulled a number of these guns off of the market. As they came into his shop over the decades. He identified them as fakes, pulled them out of circulation so nobody would be taken by them.
What a great public service to the gun dealers, brokers, and just the gun-owning public, because what if you love that firearm and you pay a whole boatload of money for it? That's a really sad thing to do to somebody.
Oh, yeah, and his stipulation to the museum was we could accept them as a gift, but they could only leave the museum in a destroyed state.
Wow.
We could never sell them in their current state or give them away or trade, or they could never go back out of the museum again. Fascinating.
And part of the history of not only that firearm, but firearms in general, and especially in a museum surrounding like this, collecting, is you need to know about things like these fakes. So can people see something like that on display, or do you guys have a special section for those? Or
we had a special exhibit called Fabulous Fakes, and that may be coming back. Right now, I pulled this out of our vault collection.
Oh, I love the vault, Phil. Don't do that to me. We got to go back to the vault someday, because it's.
But we do have the real ones.
There you go.
So you can see the real version.
All right. Well, to come here and see the real version of this, you got to come to the museum. Tell them where they can go to see this fabulous collection of treasure of firearms here in Fairfax or Springfield.
Or Springfield, Missouri, Fairfax, Virginia. We're located in Fairfax, Virginia, 7 days a week. From 9:30 to 5 daily. There's plenty of free parking. We're right off the interstate. off of 66 at the intersection of 50. If you can't visit us off the interstate, visit us on the internet at nramuseums.com.
Excellent. Don't forget about that National Sporting Arms Museum out there in Springfield, Missouri, at the big Bass Pro mothership as well.
Absolutely.
So you guys, I mean, every day you're opening up new museums. You guys are always up to something. So it's hard for me to keep up with you, Phil.
No
Schreier.
rest for the way. It's hard for me to keep up.
With yourself?
Absolutely.
Phil Schreier, thank you so much. I'm excited to get to the next segment. You're going to have to wait till next week for the next segment of our February Fakes here on NRA News Cam and Company on Sports Channel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John.